Alright, this is just going to be a short little video. If you watched my Expo coverage last year, I took a look at a few different portable kitchen setups. At Overland Expo PNW here in Oregon this year, there was a couple others that I had never seen before that caught my eye, so let's check these out.
I'm Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah,
Hi, Aaron.
This is Craft Autoworks.
Craft Autoworks. And this thing right here caught my eye.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
So this is our portable kitchen system. We built this for ourselves because it didn't really exist on the market, and we wanted something that was rugged and durable and really easy to deploy and put back away and all like that, because usually you have bins full of all your kitchen stuff.
Right.
We all know how that goes.
Yep.
It's a nightmare, right?
Yep.
So this is really cool because this just folds down here. We've got storage under here. It's all with nice aluminum framing for durability. This would go in here.
Oh, it packs right in there.
Packs right in here. Your shower comes off. A little bit of water coming out there. You know that works. So this would come out.
I'm gonna just turn that down if I want.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and then that packs away. There's a pump in here. Got a 12-volt pump, so you got about 2 amps of power to run the thing. And you got a little power button here, so you can just turn that on there. You got your faucet, and that works from our jerry can here. That's our water source.
Gotcha.
And like I said, a little SAE plug-in for your cigarette lighter. It plugs into your car. And got all your cutlery and everything when you're ready to pack it down.
Yeah.
Just put this way. You close up all those bags, and this just closes nice and seals up tight, weatherproof, and it weighs about 43 pounds. It's nice, light, easy to deploy.
Oh, so weatherproof, so you could throw it on your roof if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure. It just kicks around the back of our car.
Yeah.
It's dust proof, waterproof, you know, everything. So you don't have to worry about anything inside or the electronics getting messed up. And you're off to cooking really quickly. You just open this all up. You know, you get the pan out.
Yeah.
Get this out. Set this guy up. Quick connect. And pull this guy out. Bada boom. And you're off to cook.
Awesome. Ready to make dinner.
Boom. Ready for dinner. Cook. Clean up is easy, and then just put it back away. You're back on the trail.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks so much. Sure. Appreciate it.
No problem. What's your name?
Donald.
Now that's a pretty clever little kitchen. I've never seen anything quite like that before, with sink incorporated and some various storage options. Also nice that it's a fully waterproof, dustproof crate that you could theoretically put on your roof, in the back of your truck, a trailer, you know, wherever, without any concern about water or dust getting inside. I feel like maybe they could have gone a step further with this and integrate a single burner stove right into the unit, so it's not this thing that you then have to take out, put the butane canister in, take it all back apart afterwards. Feels like maybe that could have been something that got built in. Maybe in a future version of this product, they will take a look at that. This thing caught my eye, so I'm very curious about it.
Yeah, so talking about organization, that's a big category for us. So we do the wax canvas bags and cargo boxes and all this stuff. So, and this is a really well organized kitchen system, because this actually, when it's collapsed, really fits in this box this way. Everything comes in. We can start with this. This is called a rocket box. And so
I recognize what that is.
Yeah. So what's unique about it is if you run out of fuel, you can basically still cook, have heat available.
If you're not already familiar with these, a rocket stove is a small tubular device that you can find in a variety of shapes and sizes, which allows you to make a quick, tiny fire using small twigs, pine cones, or whatever to create a heat source for cooking.
And you're not so dependent on that, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Inside here, it's always a little tight, but you can store stuff in here.
Gotcha.
So you can put a cutting board, all your utensils, whatever you need in here. It's all marine grade stainless steel. Okay, so and or aluminum, so there's no metal components under to rust whatsoever. This is our obviously 2 burners. You can hook up actually a bottle of propane to it, so you can do a green bottle of propane, or you can use an adapter and do like a 2.5 or 20-pound gallon tank. So super easy to use.
So is it a single connection that
Dual, you would have
powers?
to have two. You would have to have
two separate connections for each. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
got it. And then you can use it as a griddle as well. So this will slide inside here. And
Oh, so that's a griddle.
yeah. So it's a combo, or you can use it as a kind of a
As
warmer.
regular burner.
Yeah. And if
Gotcha.
you don't want the whole thing deployed, this will come in, and you can go from here. So it's super, super, super unique.
Really nice. And so, do you have one that's like folded down so we can see how small it gets?
Collapse it. It literally is this box right here.
Okay, so it's like
it's
from here to here.
from here, and that's
so those
it.
legs fold up
Those legs
into
fold
it.
up. Yeah, exactly. Super, super easy.
Cool. That's really clever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is interesting with the rocket stove incorporated into the kitchen. I'm not 100% convinced that that is the best use of kitchen space, because how often really do you run out of fuel and need to build a little fire instead of just using propane? It's never happened to me so far. Having a little rocket stove in your rig, I think, is a good idea, because you never know. But I feel like I'd rather have that space that I'm taking out and setting up every day, putting back in the truck every day, used for something that is more immediately practical for my usual camp cooking, which is not going to use a rocket stove, but is going to use, you know, some pans maybe. Would be nicer to have in that space. It is a nice, tidy little metal box. I like that it's got the legs that fold out, and it's all stainless or aluminum, and really clever how it can be a griddle or a stove using the same burners. So even though neither of these kitchens totally covers everything that you would need, I see room for improvement in both of them. It's really nice to see some new creative approaches to kitchen setups. All right, so I was just about to publish this video, and it occurred to me, maybe I should just take a quick look at what these things cost. You guys might be interested in knowing that. The Overland Vehicle Systems kitchen at $1,000, and the Craft Autoworks at $1,800. These are probably not going to appeal to many of you who watch my channel. Still, some interesting design ideas here. Might be something to think about in terms of your own DIY creations, or if you happen to have that kind of budget and those appeal to you, I will put links to these in the description below. All right, keep watching the channel. I've got a lot more Expo coverage to come. Thanks for watching.